Top morning to you. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, go down there and hit that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. This morning I'm going into a brand new spot. It's gonna probably look pretty similar to all the other spots I've been hunting. I've been kind of focusing in right on that transition of the river or lake beds and the timber. I just feel like that's kind of where they've been hanging out. If I can hunt this evening, I'm gonna go back to that ridge where I had that encounter with that good buck opening weekend. So hope you guys enjoy this video. That was a pretty good morning sit for October 1st. It was pretty chilly this morning, like 45 degrees. Had a couple does over here come down the ridge early this morning, and then there's a group of turkeys over here. In Missouri, you can kill 2 any sex turkeys with your bow during the fall. And I never pass on an opportunity if I get a shot at a turkey. So I was kind of screwing around with them, and as I was turned around in my saddle, messed around with them, trying to call them in, a 6-point comes walking like right under me, like 10 yards. He just cruised right on here, right along this edge, like I was talking about. A little spike buck came running through here, and my wind was kind of shooting up the ridge at that point. He got my wind and took off, but overall, a lot of activity. I'm kind of liking this spot. It seems like a good morning spot. They feed up there in that timber. All them white oaks are dropping like crazy right now. And this is just an edge right here between the timber and their beds. So probably something I'd like to maybe revisit again in the future, but I'm gonna get down and scout around this cove a little bit more, and then I'd like to get set up pretty early this evening for my hunt this afternoon. I'm talking like be set up around 2 or so. It'll be a long sit, but this cold front I think is gonna have them on their feet. down pretty close to where I was that opening weekend when I had the encounters with those bucks. I'm closer to the edge of this ridge where I can actually, kind of see some of this bottom where they were bedding. I just think these deer are bedding in the river bottoms. It's just everything I've observed up to this point tells me that all these deer have been bedding in the river bottoms. And where I killed my doe, just right over here on this little point, there was like 4 or 5 pretty fresh rubs. So for some reason I love getting on that point and using it. So I don't have I've got some shots on the point, not a lot. It's pretty crowded with trees over there too, but if they come in any closer, it's going to be a chip shot. And if they happen to do what they did that opening weekend, which I highly doubt they will, I'll be right here, 20 yards from where they were. I'm just, a guy can drive himself crazy trying to predict what a freaking deer is going to do. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. You try to combine your historical knowledge with what you're seeing right now with time of the year and all that stuff. And it'll just drive you crazy trying to figure it out. But, that's where I found the rubs, so I decided to hunt here. We shall see what happens. He just went down. That buck literally just did the exact same thing that the bucks did on opening weekend. But this time I didn't even range him because he had to have been 25 yards, perfectly broadside. He made no noise coming in. I just got done turning my phone off because I was saving some battery. And I was glassing around a little bit, and I saw some movement. And he went right under the white oak that the bucks did on opening weekend, but he didn't feed there. I was rushing to turn the cameras on and all that stuff. But so I finally got everything running, and of course he comes through this thick stuff right in front of me. And as he comes through this thick stuff, I got between 2 hickories a nice opening, and I had to get my bow over, get my thing across like this, get drawn on him, and as soon as I drew, he stopped. I think he saw me perfectly broadside, probably double lung heart. I heard him crash right up this hill. Oh, man. I knew it was going to happen at some point on this dang ridge. I just have too many encounters with bucks. It's 5:24. That probably happened at 5:20. My GoPro's been running for 4 minutes. Oh, man, I'm pumped. I'm going to go get him. I heard him crash just right up there. Get him back to the boat. Whoa. That's pretty cool. I mean, his points are dang near touching at the point. Look at that. Well, I don't know if that hunt could have worked out any better. He did kind of come up on me really quick though. Wasn't really expecting it. It was only 5:20. I thought it'd be a little bit later, but the biggest thing that I noticed on the 4 or 5 hunts I've done on this public land so far is these deer are bedding in the river bottoms right now. And I don't know if that's just because of the low water and all the vegetation's growing up. It makes sense to me. That field where he came out of, that river bottom, usually has some type of crop or soy, like soybean or corn or something like that growing in it, but last couple of years they haven't, so it's kind of gotten away, and it's, you know, chest high kind of grass, and that's where they're bedding. Opening weekend, both the bucks came out. He took the same trail pretty much that both those bucks did on opening weekend, so I pretty much was only, I don't know, 20 yards further from where I set up on opening morning, but if I would have been back where I was, I would have had a 45-yard shot instead of a 25-yard shot. So anyways, it worked out perfect. Good clean shot right behind the shoulder. Probably clipped the heart, double lung, clipped the heart. He didn't go, but just right up this hill. And this is where I was gonna hunt this evening, was up here, but I just kept thinking, man, all my experiences I've had so far, they've all come out of the river bottom, so I couldn't ignore that. And now I'm super pumped. He's got a lot of cool character. He's got these little acorn points. He's almost touching here. Just a typical, Southern Missouri 8-point, really. But I couldn't be happier. This is a great buck, especially with a bow on public land. I'm gonna get this dude packed up now and head back to the boat. What's in there, buddy? What is it, buddy? We need to make a tracking dog out of him. Pretty handy, huh?
You look like the biggest nerd. It's pretty handy, huh?
That's so redneck, I love it.
Oh my.